All right, it is March 11th, 2021. Hope y'all are doing okay. Hi, Mom. All right, let's check out the garden. The yarden, as it were. Been a while. Things have changed considerably, but you'll see if you check out the other videos, especially out front. Got a whole bunch of mulch in. All right, herb garden with our nasturtium patch. Tons of mint, Cleveland sage, more nasturtium, and our hibiscus. A lot of trees in this year. That's a combination dwarf apple. I think it's a dwarf. Maybe it's not a dwarf. I believe it is. That's our burgundy plum doing well. Royal apricot, Blenheim. It's lavender arugula patch. Arugula. Honeycrisp apple, it's doing okay. We'll see. I trimmed a lot off of it. More of the nasturtiums. Artichoke I split some of the shoots off of. We'll get to the shoots here shortly. Or daisies and whatnot. Peach. It's a donut peach. Doing pretty well. There are radishes in here too. This looks like a daikon. Donut peach looks like it's probably getting ready to flower. Not quite yet. Soon. Double Delight nectarine that has considerably more light now because we took these trees out. Or rather, the power company came in and said, we want to take the trees out. And I said, we will oblige you. Because then I have all this growing space. So we'll see how this does. It is not as happy as I'd like. It is alive, but we'll see what it looks like after it wakes up in a year or so. Let's see, what is this that we put in? This went in last week. Apricot. Kevin's requested apricot. Gold kissed. Alright. Patch with a whole bunch of stuff. Nice seeing out this. Radishes. Daikon. It's a lot of pinto beans, red mustard, daikon, and then there's corn in here too. I'm putting more corn in, some squash, a whole bunch of stuff. And then the kids run back and forth on the stumps. Got some corn. Not some corn, there's a lot of corn. Probably too much corn, but I wanted to make sure we had corn. So, we have corn. And there's more. Nectaplum. Let's see, which one is this? Desert Delight nectarine, I believe. Well, since I've been out here and at work. This is the Flavored Delight aprium. Happy to have more apriums here. Shirokage apricot. This is a flowering apricot, but it's going to make fruit. Along with the lots of stuff growing around, arugula and radishes and cosmos and whatnot, along with the bongo apricot that will also make fruit. We'll come back here in a moment. Just to show over here, a whole bunch of corn that's starting to come up in this area. It's all nice multicolored corn that, well, this stuff in here is multicolored. The other is blue corn in the cells. But it can all be ground, which is the part of the point. Camellia now has tons of sun. It's doing okay. This artichoke is insane. This is not split off from the other one, but it's assuredly going to send off its own shoots eventually. I mean, my hands aren't small. It's gigantic. Avocado tree we grew from a pit last year, so hoping to get some of the, some more, at least one or two more grown from pits from the same the same tree, the same kind of tree, or the same family we got it from. Because then we'll at least have 2 for pollinating if it needs it. Because I don't know what variety is. But I know they're yummy. So that's all that matters, right? Radishes everywhere. I love it. It's digging into the soil. Emergency food. This is the Royal Lee cherry, the 3rd companion cherry of the Mini Royal and the Royal Crimson over yonder. But we'll get there. Here's one of these split off artichokes. This was just put in Monday, a few days ago. Had to have been Sunday. Alright, here's the white fig that we got from family friend. Parsnip patch. Some mustard in there as well, the red mustard. Here we have some peaches and apiariums that I'm trying to grow. We'll see what actually happens. I don't have a vise to crack them out of the shells. So they went into the in the freezer over winter for months. And then they went into the pots. So hopefully they sprout through the shells. But I should get a vise so I can pop them out, make things easier. Another double delight nectarine. This one is waking up. Pretty happy about that. This one's gonna be nice. Alright, second apricot. Alright, I don't know what this looked like last video because I didn't check any of that before I did this impromptu thing. So, I took out everything that was here. There were some sort of non-native plant that's loved by the bees for sure, but it needed to come out. It was a mess, and all of the animals and rodents, scavenging animals and whatnot, were living in it, destroying my crops. Nice little bird. Love the birds. Love the birds. So I took it out because I needed the space. So, need to plant in this area. Right. Need to get some soil in there. Over here, onion patch. There are some chard in here too, but there were 2 cosmos. They clearly reseeded from last year, so they're going to continue to grow because the flower patch in the middle of the garden is going to be wonderful, especially for the native bees. And we all know how much I love the native bees. So much more than the honeybees. Here we have Babcock peach starting to flower. Pretty happy with that. This one looks nice. It's growing really well. Really well. These things are getting huge. We'll see what it looks like in a few years. So we have this patch here. Some artichokes that I planted. And then corn and squash and cosmos and cornflower, which is hopefully sprouting. And I believe some other kind of squash, zucchini, perhaps. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff in here. In here, I know we have some cabbage and some beets. There was a Romanesco in here. I don't know if there's any in here now, but I believe there's also some red mustard. So that's doing okay. This patch never seems to do super well, but now it's exposed, so I don't expect it to do much better. Ceanothus, Snow Flurry, Thirstiflora. These things are adorable. They're wonderful. And they... let's see, can I find any? It's still a little early, but they should be here. Anyway, they are home to these native ladybugs that like to live in the cilantro. I don't have any cilantro growing or flowering at the moment. I have plenty growing. But the perennial is more important to have. That way I don't have to put through the effort every year to make sure there's cilantro for the native ladybugs. They can just live in the Ceanothus. Put some more of those in. Blueberries. Southern Highland. Sunset something. I don't remember. The other ones are Jewel and Misty. But they are the 3 low chill varieties of blueberries that we need for down here. There's that third artichoke. Thartichoke. That artichoke. Alright, kiwi. Female kiwi that went in this year. So really happy. So much stuff here that it gets missed. But that's okay, because it gets loved every day when I come by. Watering everything by hand. That needs to change, unfortunately, because it's getting too unmanageable. We'll get back over there. Some calendula from last year. The male kiwi is starting to wake up. Can we see that? A little bit. Yeah. And blackberries that have come along here, so I'll be happy when they really wake up. And maybe they'll take over this fence. Here we go, mini royal cherry with a red baron peach that was put in this year behind it. Mini royal was put in last year or the October before, perhaps. It hasn't been here too long. Doing really well, flowering a lot. And then the royal crimson next to it that will flower a little bit this year. But they're going to do fantastic together. They're going to grow their branches together, and then they'll cross-pollinate. They're about 6 feet apart-ish. I don't know, I'm a short man. It's a cilantro and broccoli patch. The broccoli bolted after not getting watered for a day. So here we are. But the cilantro looks absolutely stunning. It's a giant patch of cilantro. Getting a lot of use out of it this year. Most of the time we just grow it for the flowers. Not that I don't love it. A lot. But much of it doesn't get used. Much of it just grows. Frankie's garden. Lots of mustard. Alright. Fall gold raspberry that's starting to wake up. I'm pretty happy about that. I thought they were done for. Alyssums that need to go on the ground. There's also that Carolina jasmine. See, there's stuff all over. Little patch that I put a bunch of stuff in, but really all it's growing because of us walking, or some carrots and some other things here. The cat uses it for a litter box, not our cat. Speaking of litter box, there we go. Dogs pooping in the mint. They like the mint. It looks like the cat did too. So we'll take care of that. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Maybe we'll put a little fence around it. That's really nice apple mint that is all over. I've got some over yonder. That is to say, over yonder. Although it does not look as good as this chocolate mint. This is absolutely stunning. It's not like you're gonna eat it straight, you know, like a heaping bowl of it, but it's a beautiful, beautiful fragrant sight. Every time I come out here and water it, just the water hitting it releases a lot of the aroma. Growing along the cracks, that I might want to stop. Grape up and over. It's doing pretty well. I need to better secure it and put some wires this way, so on and so forth. Right? That way it'll grow over here and connect to, you know, this needing to be repaired corner of our overhang. All right. Doing real well in the kale patch. The one that's this one's lived for probably a year and a half. It's grown. So that one's doing well. Hoping to do the same with a few of these, at least. Sorrel. Put it in a mortar and pestle with some salt and squeeze it through a cheesecloth. Apparently that's how it's done. I like it. It's pretty mild, but it's nice to have a little something different, like lemon spinach. Fava beans, whole lot of dill. Thank you, Gina. Some chard growing in here. More bee plants, salvia, bibulus sage. This is a red Bartlett pear. It's 800 chill hours. It was put in before I understood chill hours. We can rely on 150, and maybe probably expect at least 250. And I won't put anything in that's more than 400 anymore. But apples might be different. They're finding, because there are a whole bunch of low chill apples in that Dave Wilson nursery down here. So I'm wondering if pears are maybe similar. So we'll see. We'll see how this red Bartlett pear does over the years. You can, I guess, watch that progress. Maybe it'll be helpful for someone. Although my ragtag punk rock method of permaculture and native gardening is maybe not for everybody. It's effective though. Look at it. It's wonderful. It's a little less overgrown than I'd like at this time of year, but we had those trees taken out and everything got trampled and like leaf blown, and it was a mess, so we kind of had to restart. But here we are. So we'll be in the front soon. Did I miss anything? Yep. Whitney crabapple, which means Wixing crabapple over yonder. Female kiwi. Another female kiwi in the corner by this fig. Sure, I missed some other things, but, you know. That's how it goes. That was from a seed about 1.5 years ago. Alright. Bye.